Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about Severance Season 2, Episode 9. This is the penultimate episode of the season, and man, has this been flying by really fast, which is a good thing. Because this episode really moves the plot along and makes us think about characters in a different light. I really like the scenes with Bolt and Ove because with Bolt, it's very hard to read his character. You don't really know what he's thinking and what he's planning on doing. I thought he was going to, drive Ove out into the middle of the woods and shoot him like The Sopranos. Rest in peace, Miguel Adriana. But it turns out that Bolt does care about Ulf, like because they loved each other on the inside, they have this emotional connection that cannot be broken by memory. They still have this feeling for each other, and I think that's a fascinating um, story. He is like go on this train to nowhere with no belongings or anything. Like, what's Ulf gonna do? Is he gonna be homeless? Does he have like a house, another house somewhere? Like, doesn't he need his stuff? um, but I guess if Lumen's gonna kill him, it's better than the alternative, right? Join a bowling league or something. After the last 2 weeks, which are very character focused on a specific character, this one's nice to see the whole cast back together again. Because, I've missed Helly and Milchick and everybody else. You could see how Lumen really, like, the authoritarianness really affects everybody involved. Obviously we see it affect Malk and the Innies, but also, like, the Audis who work there. Um, how much they're like weighing them down emotionally. And it kind of goes through this corporate ladder. Like Milchick's boss is weighing him down. He's weighing Pong down. It's this like big level of emotional manipulation, and it's this huge cycle that is just starting to break. I think. Of how cinematic it is. Like the visuals in this show are so unique. It looks like nothing else on television, and the character development in this episode is very impressive too. Zach Cherry, he kind of owned the episode as Dylan. Um, but like that's impressive how strong of a cast is. When every episode you kind of have a different character who's like, "Yep, that's their episode." It kind of reminds me of like Lost, how Lost had such a strong ensemble that they're able to go from character to character, and you get so invested in each one. But yeah, his performance was really good, and his wife kissing him on the inside is kind of a disaster for everybody. It's a disaster for any Dylan. It's a disaster for Audi Dylan. It's a disaster for people who work at Lumen. Like, that was that's not a good idea, but his performance in that is so good, playing this very conflicted, both on the inside and on the outside, and how they both want to quit. I think that's kind of funny. But, geez, Mel Tillman, the guy who plays Mr. Miltech, he is great. I love that guy. Um, it's really interesting to see him stand up to that fat boss of his. Using his big words and telling him to suck it. Um, it makes me think like Milchick's been on a crazy journey this season, and I really wonder if he's going to defect against Lumen. Is that a possibility, or is he just so ingrained in their manipulation? I'm really curious to see where his character goes. I don't think he's going to defect in the next episode or anything, but I think this might be the start of a very slow process. That guy from Star Wars Rebels. It's also nice to see Miss Hong get some character development too, because like we're reminded for like the first time, like obviously she looks like a teenage girl, but like she actually is one when they take away her one little toy, which the toy itself kind of creepy, but still, that's something young girls play with, I guess. But to take away that is like whole one key to innocence, kind of sad, and it makes you think like she has also been manipulated throughout her life into this cult of Scientology. I mean, Lumen. Really interested to see where her character goes, and also to see like what whole family life is like because Mr. Milchick mentions that he has parents. So like, what are they like? Are they really high up there in Lumen, and what is a relationship like them like? Is it kind of stiff like Helly's is with her dad, or Helena's is with her dad? Um, Helena, Britt Lowell is so good as both Helly All and Helena. Just the differences, like the one on the outside is very detached because he doesn't really have strong relationships with people, while the one on the inside is much more compassionate. Like I like that scene with her and Dylan, where she's saying like, "You'll find someone else. It's okay." That's shows this level of emotional maturity that Helena doesn't really have, but maybe she does have it just deep within inside her. I don't know. There's so many layers to it. John Turturro and Christopher Walken are such a good match. Like I really liked those actors even before watching the show, and their chemistry is off the charts. I really hope they share more scenes together. Even though this seems like goodbye, but I really hope it isn't. But yeah, I feel really bad for Helly. Like nobody's really on her side, you know. Her dad doesn't care about her. The employees at Lumen are afraid of her, and on the inside you have like her finding out the truth, and she's constantly being stalked by her creepy dad from the outside. Like I don't know. I'm just really interested to see what happens next with her. Um, Adam Scott is also really good in this episode. I like his like sarcastic wit when Miss Cobell asks him how he's doing, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just fine." It sounds like something Ben would say on Parks and Rec. Like once in a while, he has those little moments that make remind me of his performance in Parks and Rec. I can't believe there's only one episode left in the season. It has been flying by, and I'm after last week's episode, which wasn't really my favorite. I'm kind of glad we're back to plot development and character development, things moving. So that's nice. I don't really. I have no idea what's going to happen in the finale. I really do not understand, but I wish I could be severed until Friday so I could just wake up and watch the next episode. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.